What's up, everyone? Another back with more Factorio for episode 28. Today, we are prepping for Vulcanus. We're going to leave this planet soon. Well, soon, not today. But we got to get ready for that. We got to make a spaceship. Got to put stuff on it. Got to put supplies on it. Got to get everything we need. I've done some research off camera to make that possible. So let's just put this in here and launch it. Build new space platform. We're going to call it USS VULCANUS. All right, there we go. Sweet. Planet Novus right now. Let's launch that sucker. This is the base of the ship. This is what it's going to look like. It's not exactly as thin as I wanted it. I wanted it way thinner and longer, but I think this will be fine. This will work. It's just that there's not much space once you start putting belts in and things like that. So it's really hard to get it really extremely narrow. Let's start setting up where I wanted to put the asteroid collectors. Also, what I've done off screen or off camera is moved all the stuff up here. I think we're ready to go. I think we have everything. All right, so we're going to put guns. So we got those two guys there eating asteroids for us. We do need to get material coming in because we need to use it to generate rounds and other stuff. Now, I think, if I recall correctly, I put that guy there and kind of did my guns like that. I think for my first trip, this is going to be enough guns in the front. Now, that also means what I wanted to do up here is I'm going to generate all of my rounds up here, right? So I'm going to do it like this, like that. So these guys are going to be making me rounds, just regular everyday rounds. And this is really enough. You don't have to have really great stuff up here, apparently. Again, won't know until I actually do it, but we will see. So then the belts go like this, right? I want a guy coming out of there and a guy coming out of here, and it's going to go up this direction because I got to feed these upper guys, right? So if I do this, it should feed these guys, and then I think I can just go straight down this way because I'm going to have more guns, right? There are going to be some guns on the side over here. I think a couple more in the front to help these guys out, and then like one or two on the sides. I don't think the back gets any action, so we should be good there. But that is that setup. Now let's do some inserter action here. We got that, and that. And we got that, and that, right, for inputs. And then for inserters here, we got these guys, obviously. And then I think, oh, wait. Oh, it's one more down. Okay. So if I take this out and just move this whole thing down, I'll get my actual what I want to do. This just goes there. Okay. So that means this can go there, but these two guys need to be longhand dudes. And yeah, I think that's fine, like that. Now the problem is, what about these guys? Oh, that's right, I did it like this. You gotta get a little creative when you're kind of using this small space. So this is really what I figured out. I also kind of calculated what would the engines look like, right? So let's get those in there. What I was thinking is it would work something like this. As you can see, they need oxidizer and fuel in different ports, and I believe it goes like that would be good. So that I can probably do like blue, you know, blue, or something like that, and then oxidizer on the other side. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. There's a lot of room in here. The reason I left this for pipes, right? Lots of pipes. Now I want to hook up what we're going to do over here, right? And I think I want to leave some room for guns. So let's look at where guns might go. Okay, that looks good. The way I'm going to do this, maybe 2 guns here would be good. And then I can do the same thing over here. Well, we'll see if it works. And then we'll put like a dude right here. There we go. And then maybe one more down here, as far down as possible. Actually, yeah. This goes that way. Okay. We do some underground. Like that. But we have this dude pulling off this guy onto this other belt. See? Yeah, see? And then, yeah, I think what I want to do is let's pull this up a little bit because I want to have a gun here. Which means it would have to be like that, which I guess is not that bad. That looks pretty dope. Again, I want it to look kind of cool. I don't want it to be super stupid. That means we can have 2 guns up here, so that's kind of cool. All you have to do is that. That's kind of cool. I like that part. So the water processing is going to take I think, a chemical plant. Right? And the water is going to go out, let's say, this direction. Probably can be low as you can because I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to save it over there. So this is going to do ice melting. Now what I could do is go like this right? And bring in ice and stuff down here. And then this could just do this. Watch. There we go. Let's do the pipe. All right, we're going to take it down into one of these guys. Wow, that takes up a lot of space. Let's move it up to here. And put one of these guys here. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Okay. There. That's the water. So water has to flow into the next processes. Right? Those processes are fuel, making fuel. All right, let's do that, and maybe we can do something over here. Because remember, this goes all the way around. Like, nope, not like that. Right? Like this. There we go. All right, so these guys are going to make two things, right? We're going to make thruster fuel over here, and we're going to make oxidizer over here. So water comes in one side, we're going to grab carbon, and then oxidizer comes out. We also need, firstly, storage tanks for this stuff. And we don't want water in there. The water does need to go across, but oh, I know how we can do it. So what we'll do is we'll put an underground right here. We'll just underground it like that. There we go. So what we could do is do this at this point. We could go like this. Okay, great. And then we'll have to do that. All right, so I think the processing will look something like this. Let's get the rest of the piping in before I make my mind up. Because this is looking pretty good. This is looking very doable. And pretty amazing, actually. I think this is looking pretty good. Like, it's going to come up right here. There's no space. So let's move the engines back. Let's pick up the engines. Right, we're going to move this back like maybe this much. Let's extend it. We don't need that one, though. Right. Then when we put the engines back in, I can put them further back. See? There we go. There. Okay. All right, so that's where those are going to go, which means our undergrounds are going to have way more space. All right, so I think this is it. I think that's the engine hookup. That's the engine setup. But there should be some room here. If we can just put like maybe one gun here, that'd be great. But the problem is, how do you get the rounds in there? All right, let's put the stuff in I need up here too. So I'm gonna need grinders up here. Let's just put 3. I don't think I'll need more than 3. Please God, don't make me need more than 3. We're also gonna need, which I brought up, we're gonna need these electric furnaces. I'm gonna say we probably need 2 of them. And this again is gonna be the same thing, in and out, right? Yeah, that's normal. In, out. Let's copy. There we go. And these guys know what their jobs are. They're all just going to do them all. We need all 3 types. Great. Okay, cool. This looks like it could be better. This looks like we're wasting some space. Let's see how far we can get these undergrounds to go. Maybe we can get them to really go pretty far here. And then I can just do that. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. The problem is, again, well, I can turn it, I guess. There we go. And then I guess we just do this, right? Now he gets ammo too. All right, that works. Then that leaves me space for solar panels. Let's see how many I could probably put. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. 4 there. A few here at least. But we're going to have to copy this. So let's copy this and then horizontal it over to here. There we go. Then we can copy this as well, I think. I'm not sure. Let's see if this copies over or not. There we go. Yeah, we don't need the inserter. The inserter's fine. Okay, good. That looks good. Now I can put, I think, a couple more of these guys here, right? 1, 2. Nice. All right, I think that's our build. Now, before we start... Oh, we need a garbage tube. We don't have a garbage. A garbage is where you throw stuff off the side. You know what we could use? We could use longhand for our garbage, I think. We need 6 or 7 garbages. We could put 2 here. Yeah, it won't do 3. So those are our garbages. There's 4 garbages. Man, it'd be nice to put one right there. In fact, let's just make one more spot here. Then we'll put 2 more garbages right here. So I want inbounds because I want to save... I want to save some stuff. So basically what I'm thinking is sometimes there'll be times where we're not getting ice, right? And during those times, I want to have a buffer so we can unload it onto the belt so we can get ice to melt for fuel and stuff like that. So these are like our buffer dudes. When we don't have, we have 250. When we have less than 100, then onload in. We need to store. When we have less than 100 ice, okay? We need some storage. Now we're going to do the same thing with these guys. Okay, but we need to hook them up. But this is going to say when we have less than 100 of carbon, you need to store. We have way more than that, obviously, so we're good. This one says when we have less than 100 iron plate. Do it.
Do it.
All right, so that'll save all the vital materials we need. And then what we do with these guys, and I wish we need one more actually slot here. Okay, so now this is going to say, and this is going to be obviously only ice. Use a filter, only ice. Right? We'll do the same thing here and here. But these are going to be, this is carbon, right? And this is, whatever. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. This is for ice. This is for carbon. This is for plate. But we're going to do this differently. We're going to say, hey, read the whole belt. Same, well, we'll do it like this, because we got to do it 3 times. I don't know if we can do it here. We might, yeah, we can't connect there. So again, we got to move it down 1 more. Okay, so it built everything that's needed to move down 1. Great. Okay, good, because I need to move these down. All right, so I moved that down 1. Great, because I need 1 more spot to do this, to watch the belt. Now this guy's going to say, look, when the belt has less than 20, start emptying, okay? If ice is less than 20, empty it out from our storage, right? Because that's what we want. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to copy. So this is just going to be carbon, right? And carbon. Probably just could have changed the number on these. That was maybe overkill. And then again, this is plate and plate. The problem is, we'll see if this actually works, because I'm not sure how much of this we're going to consume and not consume. So it looks like everybody's fairly set up. Now we just need to set up our garbage. So why don't we make the garbage on this side like all the rocks? So this guy is going to say, you need to read this belt, read the whole thing. And when there are more than 50, let's say, when you're looking at iron rocks, when there's greater than 50, then you need to get rid of them. That's too many. This isn't going to work out now because there's no belt here. Yeah. Oh, they're too far back. Okay, far forward. That's why it looked weird. You're not picking up off the belt. There we go. So same thing here. These guys are going to read that, right? And they're going to read the whole belt, right? But these guys are going to say, oh, and you're going to filter. I forgot to put the filter on here. You're only throwing out this guy. Okay. Same thing for these guys. We're just going to copy, paste, except they're doing like, this guy's doing carbon, right? Those are carbon chunks. Like when we have too many carbon chunks, throw them away. Here's why. You don't want your whole belt to be iron boulders, right? And then because you're trying to get ice on there, you're like, I'm running out of ice. Well, but your whole belt is full, right? You can't export anymore because your belt is full. So you need to make sure that if there's any extra carbon stuff, you throw it out. You don't want that stuff, right? So that's what we're doing here. We're saying carbon rocks, if there's more than 50 on the belt, get rid of them. And same thing for ice, even though I've never really seen this happen, but we'll put one on there anyway. You never know. It's too much. Get rid of it. Oh, I already noticed an error we're having right here is that we need to do this because this guy's got to dump his stuff. Look at how awesome this setup is, though. Almost exactly perfectly used. I love this. Okay, so that's those guys. Now, what you got to do the same thing over here, except we're going to do it with basically manufactured stuff. Sweet. All right. I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to fire this off. Now, what we're going to do on this episode is we're just going to fire the machine up and let it work. Let it produce rounds. Let it grind up rocks. See how we're doing with like generating fuel and stuff like that. So let me just turn this thing on with some solar panels. We're going to see if I have enough solar panels, right? Let's start putting them in where we know we can put them. And this thing will start powering up. We know we want solar panels here. Nice. We can put a couple more there. We can put one here. We might be able to move this over and we can put more. We can should be able to put 4 here. There we go. We can put 2 down here. There we go. That should be plenty. And the way you do it is you look at this guy. He's green. Everybody's powered. So far, this looks good. Why are they making... No. Okay, we've already got an issue. Iron only coming in. That means these guys will only produce... No, I want him to do that. There we go. Okay, he's all good to go. These guys are fine. Yeah, these guys are just doing their thing. You don't have to have anything on these guys. Our trash guys will handle the issues. All right, so let's see how we're doing here. Throwing out a lot of carbon, that's fine. Manufacturing some rounds. We got some rounds going in over here. That's good. Our fuel is messed up. Somehow it's connected. How is it connected to both spots? All right, I think I may have figured it out. If you have this connected to that, it somehow puts, like, okay, here it is, I guess, for us, since we're using thruster fuel first. The thruster fuel goes into the oxidizer line because it's connected right here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cut these guys out and move it over one. Luckily, we have a little bit of space, so I don't have to, you know, screw around too much. And then I guess they can't touch at all. So, okay, the problem is going to be, again, getting in the blue is going to be a major problem again. This guy does need to be connected to here, and this guy, well, I was thinking about putting this guy over here. I think I can do that. So let's go like this. We don't need that. Let's just go. Again, we wouldn't even need that. Let's just literally go like this. There we go. Now he's full. Okay. Everybody is good. So those guys are all connected. Right? He's got oxidizer. That's good. It's filling up very slowly. These guys all have fuel. Again, it's filling up very slowly. This is looking pretty dope. I like this build. All right, this looks good. It's not my favorite, but it looks really janky. But it has a lot of the design features I wanted, right? What I wanted was, like, I wanted kind of a bullet shape. I wanted a belt to do all the processing of stuff, right? I have that. I wanted the processing of liquids to be the water on that side, and then I wanted the fuel stuff to be down toward the engines. This is looking really dope. I like it, actually. I'm going to fill up on all this other stuff so we can be ready to go. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you've gotten this far and you really like these videos, I try to do 2 of these a week. If you could hit the like and the notification bell, that'd be great. I'll see you on the next one. Stay frosty.